God's children. What did he do with the state statute? He put it in the trash right where it belonged. He taught everybody a lesson. What we do with stupid laws. And we're seeing this today. I'll be darned if we're not in the same battle today. Wow. Here we are. Have we ever really stopped putting people at the back of the bus? We just go from one group to the other. Do you kind of feel that gun owners are being put at the back of the bus now?
Yeah.
They sure are. And you know another group that I've been fighting for? And this isn't a gun rights rally. This isn't a Second Amendment rally. This is a Constitution rally. This is a Bill of Rights rally. We want all the freedoms, not just the second. I love the second, and it's absolutely vital to all of this. What about the Amish farmer that's being attacked by the FDA? Because he thinks, you know what Amish farmers think? And some others who aren't even, some of them are even atheist farmers. Now, we can go ahead and arrest them, right? Yeah. No. It's the same. We allow for that in this country. But I've met Vernon Hershberger in Wisconsin, and I've been inside his home, and I had dinner with him and his family while his 9 children sang me a church hymn. I've been there. And they're trying to put him in jail because he has the audacity to think that in America you can own a piece of property, put some of your cows out there, let them eat the grass, and then, can you imagine this? Drink the milk and share it with your family and friends. What a criminal. That's what he does. The Amish don't believe in using technology to destroy the milk, to burn the milk. They don't. And they don't even believe in asking permission to do any of that. So they don't have permits. And they don't have licenses. Who do they think they are? So we're going to put Vernon Hershberger away from his family and put him in jail for a while, teach him a lesson. Why do we do that? And remember what I said at the beginning? Because we have allowed some state agencies and some federal bureaucracies and some state bureaucracies to believe that their policies supersede your right to the pursuit of happiness or your right to own and control your own property and land and family. And you know something just on the side, doesn't matter if it is, remember, statistical analysis doesn't equate to constitutionality. We have not one case of somebody getting sick on this milk. And now I've gone to farms in Washington and all over this country, and what do I do first thing when I get there? And we had, even with Vernon Hershberger and some of the others, we went to the state capitol in Wisconsin, in Madison, and we drank raw milk on the state capitol steps. And then when I was asked to speak at the Kentucky Sheriff's Association banquet, just a little over a year ago, I had a local farmer bring me some raw milk, and I drank it in front of every sheriff in Kentucky. I broke the law. It's against the law to even have it. You know, it's like drugs or something, you know. So I drank it. I said, you guys could arrest me. And the Louisville sheriff was sitting on the stand right next to me, and it was his jurisdiction. And I was a little bit worried about it. Actually, I thought, one of these guys is going to, you know, give me a ticket and say, you got to go see the judge. You can't have that stuff. Give me the rest of that. I'm going to test it, see if it really is raw milk, you know. And you know, I've gone around doing this raw milk, and I drink it there in Madison and everything else, and I got to tell you something. I hate milk. But I don't know, maybe it's psychosomatic, but this stuff tastes better than store-bought milk. It really does. But you got to have it cold. You know what? No more Rosa Parks, because your sheriff and your local authorities know that we take care of all citizens regardless of color or background or who your daddy was. Freedom is for everybody, and we protect the God-given individual rights of everyone, even gun owners, even Amish farmers. Okay? Next one. This is Ronald Reagan talking about the evil tax system that we have in this country. Maybe we ought to start protecting people from it. Yeah? Next one. Next one. This is it. This is one of the biggest quotes right out of this case. We have held, however, that state legislatures are not subject to federal direction. There it is, folks. It's in here. If you think I'm lying, look it up. You can look up the Mack Prince case. Go to the Supreme Court. Look up the case. I promise you I didn't manipulate those websites. Okay? Next one. It is incontestable. Now this gets pretty powerful here. Some pretty heavy stuff. It is incontestable that the Constitution established a system of dual sovereignty. Some people argue that, but I think it's like having two parents. But this one is like one parent definitely is stronger than the other. And guess which one it is? It's the state. The state has sovereignty galore. The federal government must stay within Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, where they're giving maybe they have 17 or 18 powers and authorities. Do you know how many law enforcement authorities the federal government constitutionally has? Don't say zero. Somebody always wants it to be zero. It's not zero. You can count them. Counterfeiting, that's theirs. Treason. Don't you wish the FBI would investigate treason? Yeah. Felonies committed on the high seas. That's 3. There's another one. Did I say counterfeiting? Yeah. I didn't say counterfeiting? Yeah. Yeah, I said counterfeiting, treason, felonies committed on the high seas. Oh, and they're supposed to secure our borders. That's actually. Why are you laughing? Because it's a joke. That's why, yeah. Now get this. Although the state surrendered, Scalia made a little mistake here, and it's actually a pretty big one. Did the state surrender anything when we formed the federal government? Who formed the federal government? We did. The 13 original states formed the federal government, and we did not surrender. We delegated. The 10th Amendment says delegated, which means we're the boss because we can delegate, right? Scalia's wrong here. We did not surrender anything. Surrender means, yeah, come and get us. No. So we delegated some of our powers, and it wasn't many, but he corrects that, so we'll give him that. He corrects it on the next one. To the new federal government. However, the states retained a residuary and inviolable sovereignty. Now, do you think if we were inviolably sovereign that, now this doesn't apply to Texas too much, you guys have done a good job of holding on to your land. Guess how much of the land is owned by the federal government in Arizona? My county where I was sheriff, 95%. I'm not kidding. The state of Arizona is 85%. Why do they think they own the Grand Canyon? You know, we might be a bunch of hicks out there in Arizona, but I guarantee you we can run our own education and the Grand Canyon without the federal government. Guaranteed. Okay? They don't want you to think you can. You know? No, you can't do it without us. No, give me a break. If we retained an inviolable sovereignty, don't you think we'd be able to run our own land and rivers and resources? Do you know that Texas could pretty much provide the entire oil necessities of the entire country if they would just get out of the way? But no, they won't. We should be doing it here ourselves. We wouldn't even be talking about this stuff. Next one. Residual state